All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something called Agentic AI. Now, you already know about AI that can talk to you, right? Like your everyday chatbot. But what if it could actually start doing things for you? We're talking about a massive leap forward, from just a conversation partner to a real collaborator. So let's break it down.
Okay, so think about it like this. What if an AI could be your own personal intern? I mean, imagine someone showing up on day one, super brilliant, knows practically everything about the world, but, and this is the key part, they know absolutely nothing about your specific goals or how you actually get work done. That right there is the core idea of agentic AI. And our job? We get to be the manager.
So this is really the fundamental split. A chatbot, it talks. It's kind of passive, you know? It just waits for you to ask a question and then it gives you an answer. But an AI agent, it does things. It's active. You give it a high-level goal and it figures out all the little steps to make it happen. It's a total game changer, moving from just taking instructions to actually solving problems for you.
All right, so let's really dig into this intern idea. Let's put our new AI intern to the test. And what better place to do that than in the kitchen? It's the perfect spot, right? Super complex, totally unpredictable. Let's see how it does.
Okay, so this right here, this is the engine that makes the whole thing work. It's this continuous loop. The AI takes an action, it sees what happens, and then, and this is crucial, it adapts its next move based on that feedback. It's not just following some rigid, pre-written script. It's learning as it goes. And that ability to problem solve through trial and error, well, that's what gives it its agency. And what this does is it completely flips the script on how we interact with it. We're not in the business of giving it a detailed step-by-step to-do list anymore. Nope, we just give it the big picture, that high-level goal, and it has to figure out the how. So our job changes, right? We go from being a micromanager to more of a director, just setting the vision. So check this out. Let's give it a really tricky goal. This isn't just find me a recipe. No way. This is a complex puzzle. You've got these clashing cuisines, strict dietary rules, a calorie count. I mean, we're basically asking our new intern to be a world-class creative chef on the spot. And look at how it handles this. It doesn't just dump a final recipe on us, it actually strategizes. It comes up with a plan, and then it gives us the very first manageable step. And get this, it's actually delegating a task back to us. The AI is telling the human what to do next. How cool is that? Okay, but here's where things get real. The AI gives a perfectly good instruction, but you know, life happens. The kitchen is messy, the meat starts burning, so we're not going to just reply with, okay, done. We're sending back an SOS, an emergency alert. And this right here, its response, this is what's so incredibly powerful. It doesn't just freeze up or give an error, it immediately course corrects. It updates its plan on the fly based on what we told it. It's adapting in real time, you know, just like a great sous chef would, telling us exactly what to do to save the dish. But okay, that was a small fire, literally. What about a real curveball? I'm not talking about a little cooking mistake. I mean a major problem, like a key ingredient is just gone. Let's see how our AI intern deals with that. So the AI is expecting vegetables, and we just throw a total wrench in the plan. Yeah, no vegetables, but hey, I've got this durian fruit. I mean, a normal program would just crash, right? It'd have no idea what to do. But the agent? It pivots. It completely rethinks everything, remembers the main goal is just to make a great dish, and comes up with a brand new plan. That kind of flexibility, that's the magic right there. Okay, so our intern is clearly smart. It's adaptable. But, you know, just like any intern, it can't do anything without the right tools. And even more importantly, we have to be super clear about which tools it's even allowed to use. We literally have to define the agent's entire world. We tell it, look, you've got a skillet, a pan, and a wood fire. That's it. That's all you get. And by setting those boundaries, we're forcing it to get creative with what's actually there, instead of, you know, just making up a solution that uses a microwave that we don't even have. But what happens when we give it tools it has never, ever seen before? I'm talking about your company's own weird, custom-built software. For the AI, that's like being beamed onto an alien spaceship and someone just says, okay, fly this thing home.
How in the world do you teach it to use all those strange, alien-looking controls?
Well, it's actually pretty simple. You do it with plain English descriptions. The technical name, X155, that means nothing to the AI. It's just gibberish. But the description? Prepares alien pizza? Now it gets it. It understands the function. And that is exactly how we can teach an agent to use our own custom tools. The name doesn't matter nearly as much as a clear, simple explanation of what it actually does.
All right, so we've seen how the agent can adapt when we, the humans, give it feedback. And that brings us to a really critical piece of the puzzle, the feedback loop. This cycle of doing something, seeing what happens, and then adjusting, that's the real engine that makes this all go. Let's look at a more technical example, like fixing your Wi-Fi. What's so cool here is how versatile the agent is. First, it looks at a screenshot to figure out your operating system. Then, it tells the computer what to do, translating its goal into a specific command. Then, it reads the super technical output from that command. And finally, it translates all that techie jargon back into something we can all understand. Your internet's working. It's like a full-cycle translator for technology. And this shows a really important change in how we think about this. The main conversation isn't really between you and the AI anymore. It's happening between the agent and the system it's trying to control. It's this super fast back and forth of commands and results, and we're just kind of supervising from above. Yeah, like with this smart microwave idea. The agent sends a command, increase the time. The microwave system responds, okay, time increased by 5 seconds. Boom. Just from that one little exchange, the agent learned a new rule about how its world works, and now it can use that to be more accurate next time. And the quality of that feedback is absolutely everything, especially when something goes wrong. If the system just says, error 32, well, the agent is totally lost, it's a dead end. But if the error says, door open, now that's a clue. It's a roadmap. The agent knows exactly what to do next. Try to close the door. So good, descriptive feedback can literally be the difference between the agent succeeding or just giving up. Okay, so up to now, we've been managing our AI intern by giving it goals and giving it tools. But there's one more really powerful teaching method we need to talk about. And that's just learning by example. Because sometimes it's way easier to just show your intern how to do something instead of trying to explain.
This is a technique called in-context learning. And the idea is, instead of writing out a whole bunch of complicated rules, you just show the AI a few examples of the task done correctly. From there, it figures out the pattern all on its own. It's kind of like the difference between giving a new employee a giant, 100-page manual versus just handing them 3 perfect examples of the finished product and saying, make it like this.
So for example, let's say we want to teach the AI how to heat a pizza for exactly 20 seconds, but the microwave tool only works in 5-second chunks. We don't have to write code or explain math, we just show it one perfect example. Call the increase time tool 4 times in a row. The agent sees that, instantly gets the pattern, and now it can do it for any amount of time. It's a super efficient way to teach a specific process. So let's pull it all together. What we have here is an AI that can take a big goal, learn how to use your specific, unique tools, adapt when things get messy, and even learn just by watching you. This AI intern is a really fast learner. So the only question left to ask is, what are you going to achieve when you're finally ready to give it the keys?